Hello everyone, my name is John George, and today we are going to tackle the topic of what is life like as a student athlete. Being a college athlete is something many high schoolers want to do. Experiencing sports at the collegiate level, along with obtaining an education, is something only 7% of high school athletes get the opportunity to do. For those raised in the game, college sports can be the first stepping stone into adopting a lifestyle that could eventually become a full-time job. But what makes being a college athlete so great? We asked DeJuan Jones what some of these advantages are.
The advantages of being a student athlete is that I get to meet a lot of new people being up here at school, and it just gives me the chance to actually play the sport I love while also getting the education at a great school.
Now that we know about these advantages, you may be wondering why more don't become student athletes. If you're able to continue the sport you love and get an education while meeting new people and becoming friends, what's stopping them? Well, we asked Ross Salvatore what some of these disadvantages are.
Some of the disadvantages of being a student athlete is you don't have any time. Your social life definitely takes some hits. You're always at practices and everything, and you don't have a lot of time for friends, which that's the major drawback of being a student athlete.
Now that we know about the positives and negatives, you may be wondering if these student athletes would change anything. Would these student athletes no longer play, or would they keep the train rolling the way it is? Well, we asked T.J. Griffin if he was able to go back in time, would he make a different decision, or would he do it all over again?
I wouldn't change nothing. I feel like, in my opinion, I feel like everything happens for a reason. And also, with everything I've been through being a student athlete, I feel like I learned so much. So, no, I wouldn't go back and change it.
Well, there you have it. Before we end this, let's recap some of what we heard throughout this process. First, when it comes to the advantages, DeJuan told us that you are able to get an education while doing a sport that you absolutely love. And you are also able to connect with peers and make new friends by being a student athlete. However, from what Ross told us, your social life doesn't get worked on at all. Most of the time, you're either at your sport practice or you're in the classroom trying to work on your studies. You don't really get to connect with people who aren't involved in your sports. And then to put it all together, T.J. Griffin told us that he believes that everything happens for a reason and that he wouldn't change a thing because being a student athlete has made him who he is today. Thank you, DeJuan, Ross, and TJ for giving us some insight on what being a student athlete truly means. Today, we have found out that there are plenty of positives to being a student athlete, but we also found out that there are plenty negatives as well. In the end, we found out whether the good outweighs the bad. With that being said, this has been your Life of a Student Athlete. I'm John George, saying so long everyone, and have a great day.